All right, welcome back to the Pandemic Playground with Dave. We are back with ship evolution again. Again? Or maybe we should call this somewhat of a space station series eventually. But today we are going to get started with actually building out that space station somewhat. So let's get started. All right, so we did spend a little bit of time going back and forth, loading up the hydrogen tanks and everything like that. And looks like it hasn't reset anytime soon. We also did a little bit of contracts in terms of acquisitions. So now we have 33 mil once again. So we're on our way to get a bunch more relatively soon. But there is no other ships nearby. So that's an interesting fact to this. Maybe we could get a data pad to kind of find that out. Oh, there's a mayday around here. We may have to attack some of these maydays to kind of see what's around, but let's check out these data pads very quickly first. Okay, looks like no new stations that we can come across. That's not good. So really interesting. Or is it just messed up? Nope, definitely not messed up. It's just not showing. Yeah, because we already have these already. So looking at like how far these things are, you could potentially find a station. I mean, about 2,400. I mean, 2,400 kilometers is like back at the Earth station, if anything. So most of these are relatively going to be a different planet, if anything. So nothing close. So that clearly stinks. But that's fine too. Yeah, we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere in essence, which is also good. Okay, so the space station is going to be over there. I'm going to stick it right there. And we will then utilize this station to soak up the hydrogen and everything like that. So that's what this is going to be for. So what we should really do is break away from this and keep a bit of a hydrogen tank here or so. We can always make the hydrogen hauler later anyway, so I wouldn't be, yeah, it wouldn't be too much of a issue that way. So we are going to fly this thing out to where we need it. We're going to get rid of the whole pistons over here because we don't need it over there. So let's unlock. We will back this thing up a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's interesting. Usually when you back up like that, you have you just kind of like follow, but that didn't follow for some reason. That's fine. All right, we'll take that off. And all right, we kind of messed that up, which is fine. I think we have far enough build and repair to grab that. Yep, perfect. Okay, do we have any contracts here? Actually, we did have some contracts here. Which we should have utilized or completed before we hooked off of it. Do we have react? Yeah, we do have reactor components. 100 on us. All right, well, looks like we could just return it by hand, if anything. So let's just finish this one really quick. Done. Perfect. And we could do more if we need to later down the line. But a decent chunk of money for now. Obviously, it'd be better to stick this thing here and stay here without having to really move and everything like that. But I feel like we need our own station for our own survival and everything like that. And I don't have a solid idea on the space station, but I do have a somewhat of an idea. All right, so we put the space station here, and we have the other station over there to get our resources. And if we need to travel around to different planets and other stations, we can still do that with a jump drive, so it's not a big deal. So this kind of works out. All right, so maydays are flying everywhere, and that's one of the fun parts about this whole series is collecting the maydays and everything like that. Well, especially that we are now starting over with the big blue. Would be interesting to see what we collect. The main idea of this whole thing, which I probably don't have the mats for, is to throw in a large reactor right in the middle. So, like many space stations, this is the core of the station here. So if I plop it right in the middle of the GPS point, if I possibly can. Something like that. Oop, of course, that didn't work out. We'll throw it here. Which the GPS pointer, well, okay. That's fine, whatever. Completely off, but worked out okay. We need a ton of reactor components to get this thing done. I wasn't expecting it to get done now anyway, so not a big deal. Alright, so the core of the system, and then I believe, actually no, let's see here. How many conveyor ports are there? There's one there, one here. None here, and one here. Okay, that's interesting. Perfect. So we're gonna have the conveyors there just in case we don't link up to it in all different sides. But of course, eventually we're just gonna remove it. Yeah, we'll back this thing up a little bit. Okay, not sure why building repair is not fixing that, but it could be because we don't have a it's not my own grid because we don't have a power source on there and we don't have a seat on there. So let's throw in a seat for now. We'll do a helm right over here. This is temporary. Okay, now it's building it, so that's good. Got no power source yet, but should be okay. All right, so we're gonna build around this really quickly, but first let's just put this into station. There we go. So the core of the station is complete. Mission 1. Now, the design around the stage, the core of the station, is going to be the tricky piece. Not exactly sure how I was going to do that, but an idea I was thinking of was kind of like surrounding it a little bit. So then we could have like these rounded blocks around it to kind of just surround the core. So how can we round this out? I don't know. We'll just do this for now. Okay, so we got that in place. And then we're going to surround it somehow. Did we just do that? I guess so, and we'll figure out the side pieces afterwards. Alright, may have messed up a little bit over there, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Alright, so inside, that's where we're going to round it out. We'll round it out with these blocks. Or maybe even something smaller like these. That doesn't really look like it's going to round out like that. So, I'm going to do this instead. Alright, not the best rounding, but that will do for now. And then in the middle here, I guess would be something like this, right? This block works? Yeah. Okay. Got that block in there. And we'll just bring this up this way. So it's not completely rounded out necessarily, but it's gonna have to do. Just not necessarily even out, I guess. Oh, I think I just accidentally put myself in a box. So we just need a hole here. Yeah, put a hole here. Okay, there we go. So not quite even out, but it looks decent inside. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so the conveyors, that's where we gotta figure that out, because it could be where it is now, or we keep these kind of holes so we can have the doorways and everything to it. But that is the inner section for the power source, which looks decent. All right, that's not too bad. All right, perfect. Then we build around the whole entire thing. That's the thing that we're gonna do here. So that's where it gets tricky. Like, I don't know exactly how I want to build that out. I had a big idea of doing a big old hangar piece, but I don't know how well that's gonna work. So we're gonna have to figure that one out too. All right, so then we tunnel out the system a little bit. So this could be a doorway or conveyor way, I don't know yet. So we could do, I don't know if we want to do that actually. We could do passages if anything, and then we just gotta find a floor on the bottom if anything. All right, here we go. Get some passages here. Not too many. I think that'll be good enough to get to the next stage of things. And we can throw in that right there. We should probably have to use a door here instead, but perfectly fine for now. All right, so it's gonna turn into somewhat of a basic system, I think. But do we need a double door system as well here? Probably wouldn't be necessary, but you never know. Oh, I just trapped myself in here. Okay, we need some power source. So I think we need to do one battery or two, or what we can do is actually do a connector, connect this thing right here first to get some power source on here. I think we do that. All right, why are we fusing into it now? That is a bit interesting. All right, let's try to back it up so we don't break anything. Hopefully this didn't break anything. All right, we're locked in. So that should power it up. So we can at least open the doors now. Yep, perfect. Okay, so the main thing we need here is somewhat of a hangar. But before we do that, we need more than that. We need power source and everything like that. So I think we should take care of that first, to be honest. I'm thinking if I do some like solar panels going down this way, we then end up losing a space for things, right? So we should really plan this out a little bit better, but it should be fine. So this is the core. This gives another piece of the station. We get some power. I think we do this. Down here, we do the powers, maybe a hydrogen tank or so. I don't know. We can just do it for now and figure it out from there, because power we definitely need. So I was thinking maybe we do this here. Just surround this conveyor junction for now with the power source. We'll do 4. We could do more than that for sure, but we'll leave it for now. We probably don't have a lot of power cells. All right, we're throwing the power source, power cells. Get that situated. So coming down here, then we could do like hydrogen tanks, oxygen tanks, things like that. I would go with an oxygen tank first. Either 1 or 2. I'll say 2. And then we can dangle out a whole bunch of hydrogen in this case. Got the hydrogen in there. Do I want to flop this around like this? Sure, why not? Why not do something different? We'll flip-flop these things here and here. Perfect. Okay, I'll throw some conveyor junctions there. And this is where we're going to start hanging down a good amount of solar panels for solar power. Okay, so we could do that with conveyor tubes, or we could do that with pipes. But I think tubes will be fine in this case for now. We need to get up to probably up to here. And this is where we get the rotation. So I'm going to do an advanced rotor here for the spin factor. And we're going to do a hinge right up here for the tilt factor. Okay, that's good. Now, we plan out for O2H, no, oxygen farm and also the solar panels. That's what we're going to plan for. So we have the solar panels kind of attached to the oxygen farms, if I can remember correctly. So we could do like a T shape here. Need more than a T shape. That's where the piping comes in handy. Because you could do this, right? So I guess from here on out we could use the tubes. I don't know. I was hoping, and the pipes. I was hoping to use the tubes only, but there's no cross tubing here. Is there? It's just not. No, there's no cross tubing. That's the idea here. We'll do. Where's the farms? Do they have farms here? Farms are not there. Farms are here. Basically, one farm here, one farm here. And I guess we could do another farm here too. That would help out a bit more. And then we work on the solar panels surrounding it. So that's what the plan for that is. Okay. That looks decent. Not too bad. And then we get to put in pillars here. We need to... No, pillar's not going to work. I know there's a panel that we could use, I believe. It's like a centered panel. It's a center panel. I thought there was a half block version, unless I was wrong. Ah, right here. This is what I was looking for. In it, somewhat. Yeah. So we throw something there and something like along the lines of here. That should be good. And we can do that there too. Perfect. So it looks like we're running out of solar cells. But what's always interesting is that every time I build these things, it always ends up looking like some kind of weapon or a sword or something like that. Okay, we need some solar cells there. So that should be okay and put together. We'll do a... Ooh, we're getting more power already because of the uranium that we have in the system. But so we need a custom turret controller. And I'm going to plop it down here for now. Okay, so now we got that going. So we got to change these a little bit around. Or not change, rename. So we know what these are. Oh. Okay, there we go. So this is going to get some oxygen for us. Not a lot, obviously. And these is get some sun for us. Again, not too much, but that's looking pretty cool. It's basically ship design in a way. Should make a ship like that. That'd be interesting. All right, event controller. So we need the left and right to be the solar advanced rotor. Up and down to be our hinge. We don't need these to move too fast. That's fine. We don't have a camera on there, which is that's a problem because we need that actually. So camera here or here would be fine. So camera, we can even put a camera in these things, right? Yeah, we'll be on the other side. Can't, right? No, it's centered, so that's not gonna work. Can't put a camera on that, but we can put it here. So we'll throw that there. Oh, we need to name that camera also, but we got no power now. All right, solar camera, perfect. I'm gonna have to follow the sun. There. Okay, something needs to have shear inertia on. I think it was the rotor, was it? I always forget which one it was when that gets a little shaky. I think it's that. Okay. Are we getting 100% now? Yes, we are. So that's good to go. Our oxygen tanks. Right now, we are in a pickle because we could get knocked off really, really quickly. But that's fine. Looks like we are getting stuff there. Nothing for here, which is fine for now. We need more hydrogen. All right, there we go. So a little bit of solar power. Hydrogen power. Oxygen, and then we got some batteries. Well, this is a good placement for batteries for now, but we need to put like a battery room and everything like that later down the line. So there you go. Your simple space station for the moment. Now, we also need like a control center and everything like that. So it's like, do we need something big for holding the whole ship up and everything like that? Or do we need something small? Yeah, I don't know. We could do a command center like thing up here if we need to. So then that way, let's see if we do some kind of window thing here. I mean, we could, but all right, so we're gonna see if we can produce this so we can have that. I am gonna throw in a little bit more power sources here. We need to build around here, but we'll leave it open for now. But we should kind of find another source to secure this just in case, because we don't want this to be knocked off very, very easily. I don't know if this is gonna work. That work out? Good. All right, there we go. So a little bit of a thing there to hold it up just in case something does happen to it. Hydrogen tank's a little bit more important than that piece there for now. And I would like to put in a pipe system here, which would make it look decent. Alright, that didn't actually look as good as I thought it would. That's fine. We'll just do it anyways for now. Okay, so how big of a station we need this to be is the biggest question. I know in our asteroid station we had like 6 to 7 tall, I believe it was. What if we did some kind of long hangar system like that too? And we incorporate this whole thing inside it, actually. Actually, we should have done that. It should be, this whole thing should be centered from that hangar piece. So how many blocks we have now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, basically. So we could do it probably up to here. Let's just say right there. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Something like that. Okay, so 11 high. Well, really 9 because we're going to encapsulate this piece here. So for now, we'll do this. We'll probably dismantle some of this later if we need to. All right, we got to figure out how much we want lengthwise. So we'll do that length here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. Okay, so perfect. So then we do this here to extend the length of it. So either, I wonder, does it look good if I did this and then curve it? No. That looks terrible. I'll throw a block here for now because I do want to do maybe a smaller layer over here. There we go. So that is going to match up to down here. We might have to do another layer of those slopes, but we might be okay here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do the opposite this time. Is that wide enough, or do we need to get it a little bit in again? So it'll be kind of like that, and have that one extra slope there. And then between here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That might do. I don't know if Big Blue would fit in here too. It might. It's 11 high, remember. So actually that, well, kind of. We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we will get borderline if anything. But we don't necessarily need a ship to be inside a hangar. That'll be a little much. Alright, so we did 3 slopes going that way. And yeah, build and repair just really helps speed the process up here. For this, at least. Alright, perfect. So that's built out. So that's the focus of that. So we did say we're going to extend it and keep this the core. So we don't really need this. I don't know why I built this, to be honest. So let's just get rid of that for now. We'll think of a different option later down the line. Okay, let that just deal with that. And we are likely still trying to build out this. Yeah. We're missing reactor components, which we could buy it if we need to, but what is it that we're missing? We're missing gravel. Ouch. That's gonna be interesting. We need to ignore color because right now it's trying to build and repair, trying to build the reactor, which is never gonna be built anytime soon. But I remember we could do ignore color right here. Yeah, so we're gonna set the ignore color. I'm gonna use red for now, I think. So to build repair, we go to ignore. Where's ignore? Ignore. Okay, set the ignore color to this color, which is the red. Nope. Alright, that didn't work out. Alright, we messed up the red color, but not set, it was pick. Whoops. Alright, here we go. So ignore color, instead of set, it was pick the color, which is current color. This one here, I think, right? So that's what we needed. So we turn that red. Oh. Yeah, perfect. So right now it's being ignored. And it's dismantling the passage. Oh, that was pretty quick. That's gone so quick. Now it's the quick piece where we just gonna throw all this together and then it should come together. All the stuff that I built here may just go away. And we'll just dangle the core, if anything. How far are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would be, well, we're 7. We're 7. We don't need this. Alright, we'll just throw in all this here. So I don't know if you ever noticed, but the quickest tip to build a line is to not do it this way, but this is a quick way too. You can line up like this. Build sideways and just keep on clicking. And you build at least a layer of 3. The quicker way to do that is enable, I forgot what it's called, but like hold control and then go through like you were in creative mode. And that'll just, you know, give you the ability to place blocks a lot faster than doing this way. As a builder, yeah, probably better way, but it's best to do it that way. So you don't have to work with this kind of way of building that I'm doing right now. One at a time, kind of building it straight down like this. All right, that's all set. I think we are good here. We just do some reinforcement blocks for now. Over there and over here. Space station's somewhat coming along. Kind of. Not really. And then down here, technically should be filled out as well. So whatever we built out here is going to be null. And remove because we don't need all that anymore. And I forgot the storage room. But it's fine because we're probably going to more than likely utilize our ship for storage anyway. So this specific ship may just turn into the hauler or freighter. This is going to be our battleship in that way. So we're maybe getting ahead of ourselves or gonna get ourselves overwhelmed pretty easily because we're building 3 things. We're gonna end up evolving our fighter here as we go along so we can prepare for factorum again. We are evolving a hauler and we're evolving a space station. So yeah, I don't know. I think I might be getting way too ahead of myself here, but should be okay. Let's hope at least. I need to check out my reactors because alright, we're okay. We just got most of the power up and running. I think that's from the reactors more than it is the powers. Oh, we need 2,000 reactor components. Jeez. 2,000. What we need here is more silver than anything else, which we got a bunch of silver. Oh, we don't have a bunch of silver, actually. I feel like we're going to have to get some more resources relatively soon and scavenge a lot with the Maydays and such. And any close unidentified signals, we probably want to get close to it and attack it if we can. And not wait for it to go away. Because it's a good resource. If it's not the warship, at least. If the warship, forget it. Hightail it out of there. How are we going to do this? We're going to have to build this out a little bit longer on one side and this side, but probably that side first because we have a ship here on this side. The bottom piece we kind of need to cut out a little bit because of the way we built this out, which is not necessarily ideal. Guess we have to take that one off. I think the last thing we need to do now, find room for cargo and all those stuff. I wonder what happens if I close this thing out later down the line. So like towards the end of it, we just do these slope blocks and close it skinnier. Would that be interesting? Probably not. I don't know. We gotta figure out the room situations. Do we build multiple stations similar to it and attach it? Hab station, you know, something like that. I don't know. Try to see what's gonna work well, but this is starting to look like an eye. I've been watching Lord of the Rings too much in the last few weeks. Maybe that's why it's just unconsciously doing these builds based on what I'm watching. So yeah, reactor, the eye right here I made, which we could also do. If I make these big hangars, we can also make additional hangars on the outside, but we'll figure that out. We need cargo as well, but this design should net us a really relatively big station, so it wouldn't be too bad. And it's going to mimic a little bit like our asteroid stations. Like we could open this up, no problem, and then do another kind of grid similar to this. So definitely a possibility. So we could use copying and pasting in essence with build and repair. Not really copy and paste, but copy and then blueprint. So what we can do is kind of like build it out like this, and then keep that separate from the grid. Build out something relatively similar. Like that. We could do one. How many we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So same thing here. 7 length down, and that we could blueprint it, and it should be pretty decent there. Okay, we are done with this piece, and what we need to do is basically take this off. We'll blueprint it. So we have a wall piece there, and of course we just merge it right back into it. So we need to do this. And that should be good, I hope. Alright, we're going to put a helm there. We're going to have a projector here, and we're going to project a little bit of that thing. Oh, right. We can see like this. This should be fine. Alright, take the static grid. Oh, what we need to do is put it forward because, oh, I just built it out a little bit. Forgot about the build and repair. That's the worst part about that. Alright, we have to flip this over, get it forward. I don't know how close we are to that. Alright, we're going to bring it down by 1. Alright. There's some extra grids that got built out, I believe. Yep, we did get a few things built out, unfortunately. I hate when that happens with build and repair. So we got to bring this thing down. Okay, vertical down 1. And we're going to bring it back close together. Right there. There we go. So we'll have that built out with the building repair slowly. We're going to do it section by section because we don't need to build it out too big, if anything. So this works out okay. So this will be relatively a large station. No looking like an eye now, but more of a hangar section. So we'll see how many sections of these that we need. So far we have 2 sections here. And I mean, right here we could throw in a window in between sections if we need to. But right now we should be okay. We'll do another section here. I don't know how far we're going to go. But we could also fit a ship in there. So that's another good piece. I think Big Blue would fit in there somewhat okay, but the smaller ships can go in there for sure. So they can sit in there, relax, recharge, be utilized whenever it's needed. But for now, we're going to do this. I think we might even have to move the ship a little bit further, closer this way for build and repair to work a little bit better. But we should also start thinking about putting some docking ports too, so we can dock the blue ship somewhere while we deal with the rest of the stuff here. And unfortunately, the main source of connection is the reactor right now. So that's bad. I think we need to bypass this for the time being if we can. Alright, we'll add that to bypass that. So if we need to collect stuff from the bottom, we can collect stuff from the bottom. But we still can't collect stuff from the front over here. So that's still a pain, but we should be okay. Okay, so everything is attached right over here for now. I'm gonna do this real quick. And we could put a small conveyor down here if we really wanted to as well. So we can grab parts if we need to outside here. But we don't need it yet. Not yet, at least. Yeah, and this is building out as quickly as it can. It's still relatively slow with building repair, but that is to be expected. Of course, my own welding here is a lot quicker. Just getting it kind of started in that case. Alright, so this is good progress so far. I think on the sides, at first I was thinking 4 sections of these. So one, right, this is the middle. We want to go one that way, one this way, one that way, and one that way. 4 sections surrounding it so we can go inside. And this is the core of the station. Either we do that or we don't, right? So we could do that, or we keep this long hangar. We'll probably do a few sections up to here. And on the sides, that's where we dock our ships. That's also a possibility. Okay, so steel plate wise, we still have a lot. So we're okay with burning all those steel plates with that hangar-like piece over there. I think we do definitely need to move this out of the way now. Alright, I'm gonna flip over here. Go forward here, I believe. Yeah, it's cutting it close. Okay, we could put build and repair back to its original settings. Alright, so do we have build and repair the BNRs, right? Is that what it was? Alright, we're gonna do toggle on and off. So in this case right now, I'll toggle off and throw in one more section of this here. Well, actually, we didn't have to turn it off because we just go to projection. Oh, jeez. We didn't keep the build. Alright, it's all messed up now for some reason, so we're gonna have to do this. Flip-flop some. Okay, it is not liking this. Alright, so what we're gonna do is keep this one, but move it forward. And then go back to blueprint. I don't know why it does this, but it does once in a while. Alright, so we'll bring this thing. Kind of want to add a little bit of slit there. Nope, that's not good. Alright, what we need to do is keep projection as well. For sure. So we don't lose that projection. There we go. 8, nope. 9. This is what I want to do. Well, this section didn't have it, which is fine because we could do that as a design. Here, I kind of want to do some windows to have the slit, so we have some light source from the sun. So what we're gonna do here is basically leave this one blank, and we'll fill it in ourselves for now, like that. And here, so we have that slit. So that's kind of the idea there. So we'll do that in this case. Well, not a big deal how to build this as well. I mean, if we copied it that way, probably a lot easier, but it's fine. We do section by section as we said before because we don't necessarily need it to be one big piece anyway. So we'll turn that on. Like, take a look at the light show. The light show's happening right over there in the center. And now fill it in. So it's coming along. Our hangar space station like thing. All this looks a little bit weird, but we'll get that fixed up shortly. Wasn't expecting to do this so soon, to be honest, but we got our power source and everything that we needed, so it's worth the time. Yeah, it's worth doing it now. In that case. And we still have very minimal gas in the oxygen tanks, which is fine. Expected. It's farming. It's not getting it from ice, just getting it for solar panels, growing herbs or whatnot. But we still have oxygen tanks on this main station as well, so don't worry too much about that. Alright, so this is working itself out, which is perfect. So now I could build a bunch of building repairs in here as well. But I don't think it's necessary at the moment. Yeah, it's not necessary at the moment. We don't even have cargo in there to even be able to do that. We should do it though, but we'll figure that out in a sec. Because what we really need to do is head back into the bubble. So the bubble can refuel all this and everything like that. But we can lighten the load in this case. We need to start docking some of these ships here. But the bulk of our mats are in this ship here. This big old hauler, basically. I'm going to rename this one to be BB for Big Blue. So I can see what is in that one. Alright, it's got some minimal stuff in here for some reason, but we'll move that out. We do need that though. We also need to arm up the station as well, just in case something does come by. Alright, so this is definitely looking pretty decent. Nice big area. It really reminds me of the asteroid station. Minus the center of it, but we should open this up a little bit too. Perfect. So that's holding that up, right? Yeah, it is. And down here too. I feel like we should just expose this now. Like, why are we hiding this in here when we don't need to anymore? We're gonna get the reactor exposed in this case. All right. Reactor components, we need 2,000 of them. We just sold like 100 before, so that's just great. Wonder how much we can get from purchasing now. Right, we don't. Well, we could buy silver, so that's not a big deal. So if we buy all the silver we can, 4 mil. That's not too bad. Let's do that. We'll buy some silver, so we should be okay. I don't know if we can carry all this, but you can certainly see. Okay, we can. Okay, we can. So perfect. 2K of silver, probably not enough, but ooh, wait. Gravel was another thing that we needed too, which we probably are very short on. Yeah, I don't see the ability to buy gravel, so we're gonna buy the data pads because the data pads have gravel in it. Then we're gonna head back to the ship, get these things situated. We'll throw in the silver ores because we need that to make the what's it call it? Oh, we have a decent amount of gravel. All right, that's interesting enough. Okay, no new stations using that data pad grouping. So that stinks. No big deal, but the main reason we got them anyway was to get the gravel out of it. Not a gravel, but it's good enough. We're getting a decent amount, actually. We'll run out of gravel before silver, apparently. I hope that's not the case, but the eye of the station will be alive once again. Soon. Alright, we gotta change the color. We want this to be rebuilt or begin building again. But as you see here, this is opening up pretty nicely. I wouldn't even mind leaving it open like this. As is. Alright, Alright, so we secretly did have a bunch of gravel as well. So I think we should be okay. Hopefully. We got a little bit more than 2K running now, but we should be relatively done soon. Another 1,000 left to go. Station does not sell gravel whatsoever, so that's out of the picture. But it does definitely have silver, which is doing pretty good. I bought probably 4K worth now, and that reduced our funding down to 23 mil instead of 33 mils. That's great. And we need to replace the oxygen tank. I think we're good here. Waiting for that to be done. And that should be good to go. What can we do? Does our hauler have all the necessary thrust? We do. So we could get this big blue off and hook it onto the station for now, but where am I going to find that? There's a connector over here, so I can connect it in the rear if necessary. So that means we got to get rid of the merge blocks here. And then we just unhook it, and then we'll figure it out afterwards. Alright, we'll just unlock this thing. We'll turn... Oh, we should be fine. We're not shipped now. Right. Alright, so this is released. We don't have enough batteries on this thing. Yeah, it kills all our batteries. We don't have enough power on this thing. We need to add a little more batteries here. And I did realize I forgot to talk about what we did with the ship. Well, we did a few things off camera beforehand, before we started today's episode, but totally forgot about that to talk about what we did with Big Blue as the next iteration of evolution. But we'll go through that in a second. As you notice, this doorway here, but let's get this connection first. I need something a little bit longer than this for now. All right, we're locked in. So power should be fine to get in here, and then we should be able to move this ship relatively easily, and we can move these things as well. As we have get dock in the station and just get extra lightweight in this case. And we can also do this. Get rid of all this because we don't need this here now. And it should definitely get super lightweight in this case, which is exactly what we needed, because we don't need that much weight on this thing. As a hauler, it's already heavy enough. Got 2 jump drives as well, so we gotta evolve this thing too. But yes, let's talk about Big Blue. Did a little bit of updating with the weaponry more than anything else. You'll notice a big artillery right over here, although we don't have no artillery shells right now, but sure. Has the assault weapon here, or assault cannon here, with 2 welders down here. Gat right here, an assault one. That one you already know about. We added a little bit of interior turrets. We talked about that last time as well. On the bottom is another assault and another assault right over here, which we could turn into an artillery, but we're leaving them as assault for now. That's connected to this whole connection we did previously, but we threw in like a T-shape there right inside, so we have that connected. No welders there connected, so that's easily gonna break. Other than that, we added hydrant thrusters, so there was always forward, backwards, upwards, downwards. No, there was no downwards, and there were no sideways thrusters. So I had a sideways thruster here, one here, and same on the other side. So only 2 on the side thrusting, and then they had downward thrusting right over here. So that's gonna give us more help in terms of the directional variation for the hydrant thrusters, in case our ion thrusters get destroyed or we run out of power. Ion thrusters we didn't add anymore. I believe we left everything the same because it has a good amount on each direction, so we should be good there. Yep. And in the inside, yeah, and also as mentioned before, we put these half doors here like we did with the previous one, or the previous ship. So we have an easy way to accessing the ship in this way. And then you'll see in the inside here, these used to be those blast doors, but now it's called conveyor junctions and such, and welders. This is the welder you see on the outside, and we connect it to the sides here too. So that's how we did all that in terms of the welding slash weaponry, assault cannons, artilleries. Trying to do more assault cannons than Gatling, because I think that'll be much more powerful as we learned from fighting the warship. Here's the thrusters, and we did put a projector here. I don't think we loaded up the projection, so not really helpful. A small little hangar out here. Nothing's really changed. I kind of want to change out the hangar doors and everything like that, but leave it for now. But that's our current evolution of Big Blue. We're gonna kind of focus a little bit more on the space station first, because it's gonna be, you know, a quick little thing as we're building it out first. I feel like this whole thing could turn into a big old ship too if we really wanted to. I mean, comment down below what you think would be more interesting, a space station or a really large ship with this, starting with this shape here. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe, drop a comment down below, even to just say hi, and of course I'll see you guys next time. Bye.